What up, Scraftaholics? I am back with round 2 game. This is PsychoMantis versus PottyPirate. PsychoMantis, the Zerg in the top left corner of Abyssal Reef, and PottyPirate playing Protoss in the bottom right. This is, of course, round 2, so I'm expecting to see well-polished plays. I'm expecting to see skillful chops. I'm expecting to see it all going on. With that said, PsychoMantis a little bit slow on starting to build anything, and goes with Overlord first, an interesting choice. So some drones building and Overlord building, and gas first. So perhaps he's got a plan. Maybe this is just madness we're witnessing. Who knows? On the other side of the map, PottyPirate, much more standard, has gone pylon first into gateway, is building workers. A quick peek at the supply shows us that he does have a worker lead, and that's not supposed to happen against Zerg. It looks to, PsychoMantis, I thought for a minute there he was saving up for something, but it doesn't look like he is. He's now building some workers, so Zerg can build stuff remarkably quickly, so it won't take him too long to catch up. The spawning pool halfway done, and on the other side of the map, a second gateway coming down for PottyPirate. So round 2, hopefully the players have been watching the games cast here. Whether or not you like my casting, it is useful to watch what your opponents do. It is useful to see what the other people are playing, what sort of builds they're doing, so that you can see what works against them, so you can see what's winning, what isn't winning. Now, this looks awfully cheesy. It looks like PsychoMantis did indeed have a plan. Notice that there are no longer any workers mining gas. This is a classic speedling rush. So the way you play it is you put workers in gas, but as soon as they have mined 100 gas, which is what you need for the metabolic boost upgrade, you pull them back out of gas and you get them mining again, so that you're closer to being fully saturated. What I'd like to see is a queen in production, because the extra larva that you get from the queen is all important, and you also need to get some overlords building, because look how close to supply blocked you are. It's all well and good having speed and having the ability to build lings, but if you are supply blocked, you cannot build them. So, handful of lings coming out for the Psycho, and meanwhile the pirate at home is building zealots. Now, zealots do extremely well against lings. Lings with speed will fare much better, because these are not going to be charged zealots for a very long time. And notice there is no gas for PottyPirate, so just relying on zealots. However, by the time these lings arrive, another 2 zealots will be out. Speed is just about to finish for these lings, so you can see them accelerate as that upgrade finishes. Looks like Psycho did temporarily supply block himself, but is fixing that now, is building the queen. These zealots will easily handle this, especially in a choke point like this where the lings can't get the surround. Potty, all you need to do is keep your zealots there. Don't let the lings run past them. You don't want that to happen. Ideally, grab your zealots one at a time and just line them up in a nice kind of concave across this ramp. Now that the lings are in, they're just going to be a pain in your ass, Potty. Why did you let them in? Look at that. Look, this is just havoc now. This is all up in your grill. It's causing damage. It's causing you to lose working time. Oh, but those zealots just hack it all to death so quickly. So, so far from both players, I like what I'm saying. I'm seeing units being built. I'm seeing a little bit of aggression, but I'm also, a couple of mistakes. Leave these zealots blocking the ramp. Don't let the lings in. If you're in charge of the lings, don't fight zealots. The zealots win that fight. So, focus down these workers, right-clicking on them. The ideal way to do it when you've got a large number of lings is split the group, have it hotkeyed up into 2-3 hotkey groups, and then cycling between your hotkeys. Right-click a worker and then holding shift, right-click one worker, then another, and then your next hotkey, these 3 workers, the next hotkey, these 3 workers, so that your lings are maximizing their damage output. They're just killing workers as quickly as they can. Now, let's have a look at the army supply tab, because PottyPirate has had enough. He is marching across the map, and he is well ahead in army supply. This is scary. Psycho doesn't doesn't see this coming. An Evo Chamber is building, but really what he needs to be building are spine crawlers. He needs a roach warren if he's to have any chance of holding this, but it's all too late. These zealots are going to come up here. They're going to go ham. They will see these lings off in a record time. There are 4 more lings building. These zealots just will not sweat it. There is too much Protoss firepower here, I fear. And this could be the end. We see just corpses of lings floating past us underwater here on Abyssal Reef. More lings out. Don't focus on the Evo. It doesn't really do much. Get in your opponent's mineral line and do some damage. You know, if you kill all the workers, where does he go from there? He doesn't have anything. That said, he's got a lot of money in the bank, but you know, the things to focus, typically workers are what you want to kill. You want to ruin your opponent's economy if you can, but you know, once you've killed the army and you're all up in its base like this, well then focused on the men who kill the hatchery, or if you're against her, you might choose to kill this spawning pool so that he definitely can't build any more units. You know, but something like an Evo Chamber, not really worth killing under these circumstances. You know, on another day, maybe you've got a few units in the base and you notice that the Evo Chamber is doing an upgrade. If your units aren't going to end the game there and then, or if you don't have enough there to end the game, well then by all means kill the Evo and just prevent that upgrade from happening. I like what I'm saying from Potty. The Twilight console is down at home, which would have allowed him to sort of follow this up with a charge upgrade, making those zealots super effective. So pretty convincing from PottyPirate, pretty convincing. You know, not bad Ling Rush timing from PsychoMantis. Wasn't absolutely polished. A couple of errors in the build order, so could have turned up certainly with twice as many Lings. And you know, 1 or 2 little micro problems. Had he focused on workers instead of standing and fighting the zealots here, he certainly could have got you know, 6-7 worker kills that would have slowed down his opponent's economy. However, you know, if you do slow your opponent's economy, that is only useful to you if your own economy flourishes, if you are able to turn your own minerals into units. You know, in a game where economy tends to just lie in the bank, actually killing workers possibly isn't as effective as it could be. But nonetheless, GG. Let's see what happens in game 2.